Hey, what's going on, guys? We're back with the next part of our Learning C# tutorial. I think it's episode 36 or 37, something along there. Excuse me. And today it's gonna be a simple one, hopefully today. We're gonna be implementing something similar to our eye health system like we did in the 3D platformer, and this time it's gonna be called eye damageable. Before we do though, I'm gonna go ahead and make a new folder in here. And just drag this in there so it's a little cleaner. Alright, let's once again make a new folder, and we'll call this damageable. Add in a new code file, we'll call it eye damageable. And we're going to inherit from mono behavior. Alrighty, so first thing we want to do is we'll do a public abstract void do damage. Now for this game, it's going to be a sniping game, so you don't need to calculate things like how much damage. So you don't need a parameter for that. In fact, the only thing I think you would need it would be well, actually, you don't even need any. If we do need one, we can come again and revise this. But from a simple aspect of thinking this, we don't really need any kind of callback information. Like, we don't need to send them damage. We don't need to send them who fired, because the idea of it is if you're taking damage, you know, the guy is probably going to die. You wouldn't need to do anything back. So that's all we need right now. We don't need to implement any properties or fields because we don't need things like health right now. So that's about it. Next, we're gonna go ahead and add in a new code file. We're gonna call this generic. We'll do generic character damage zone. It's kind of a long name, but hopefully it'll make it easier when we know when we have to assign it, because for a simple project like this, it's not a big deal, but when you have a huge project with lots of classes in it, it's a good idea to have a good naming conventions. And we're going to inherit from eye damageable. Let's go ahead and implement this override do damage. Alrighty, so what we'll do is we'll do a public animation def anim. We'll do a require component type of animation, and I mistyped. This should be animation clip. Okay. We'll do a animation dot play queued, and we'll do def animation dot name queue mode dot play now, and a play mode dot we'll do stop all. So this will do is any animations that are currently running in this character, don't wait for anything else in the animation queue, just play this one automatically, which is what we want. Stop all the other animations, and then just play our death animation, which is what we want for something like a death animation. Let's also go ahead and do a public audio clip. We'll call it death sound, and we want this to be optional. So what we'll do is we'll do if death sound does not equal null, then we'll do an audio source dot play clip at point, death sound, transform dot position. So now our death sound is now optional. Now one more thing I want to do is here's where we can do things like add in effectors to other characters around us, or you know, things like adding decals to, you know, like a hole or a some sort of like a blood splat or something. But for now we're going to keep it simple. We're just going to have the animation and the sound. We're going to do a level manager dot notify, and then we'll do notify dot character dead. Okay, now this is a lot of stuff that we have not implemented yet, but it's going to come in a later tutorial, so we're going to just comment that out for now. Okay, next I'm going to pause this real quick because I'm going to go ahead and make something, a really simple death animation, nothing too fancy for now, and then maybe slap on a death sound, and we'll go ahead and test this out. Alright, so we're back, and so here's something, a really quick animation I did in like a few minutes. Where is he? In here. This is our death animation here. Okay, pretty simple. Then I've gone and attached a collider to our head object, added in our script, and one thing I forgot to mention is you also have to do, inside of our here, instead of printing the name, we're going to get the iDamageable component. If it has it, then do the damage. Alrighty. Then we're going to play this sound and play this animation. Now one thing, well, you guys will see, but there is a problem with our animation system right now. Alrighty. So you'll see it says the animation state generic death could not be played because it could not be found. And that brings up another good point here. This is something I forgot to do. We have to mark it as legacy. Well, we'll do that later. But first thing is, you'll notice that the object that wants to play the animation is not the head, but the entire thing itself. So in here, we're going to do animation. We're going to, in fact, I'm going to remove this entire thing. We're gonna copy it, and then remove it, and remove it from here as well, and remove this, and then we're gonna go ahead and do it in here. We'll go ahead and paste component as new, drag on our animation here. Add in our box collider. We have to move this up towards his head. I think that about fits his head size. Yeah, that's good. Okay. And then one last thing I had to do was change the rig to legacy. And because we could have done these, but it would take a little bit more work, we would have to implement the animator system, but for hard coding animations like this, we have to use legacy and then just hit apply. So now if we go ahead to in-game, we shoot him, and there you go, he's dead. So that's it for this tutorial series, or for this tutorial video, and next time we'll go ahead and do something like with a level manager, so we can tell if we have accomplished something, or if we shot the wrong guy, or if we ran out of time, things like that.